sin. One team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gamecocks ready to get this thing started and open the season. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Got it in the middle, it's Hemby. Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, and this defense is reeling already. First play of the game, and you give up an explosive play in the passing game just like that. They better collect themselves and buckle up and get ready to go.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Let's step back here and look at the big picture for Indiana. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Throws to the tight end. Big fella moving. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll run the quarterback sneak.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown. And this
ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you're talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. And the Gamecocks are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. The give on the inside. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
back to pass. It's Sellers. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Quick completion on the out. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. They go to the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Looking deep down the right side. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels, not able to connect with the quarterback on.
He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
That's reeled in. It's Bennett. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harbor. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down. And you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense, getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Scanning the field, it's Sellers. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball downfield, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring this one out. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Pulls it and fires to the left. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Indiana! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em, and they hooked a W in this one. Gonna be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's going to run it. QB got it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. All out of space. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get his 1st down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker in quarterback.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple yards there.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. And the Gamecocks trying to cash it in on first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Touchdown, South Carolina! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He'll do it himself on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He stopped immediately.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Sellers. On the run, still looking. This time he's got him.
Will you please just stay in the pocket? It's so much easier to come get these guys when you know where they are, but great job by the offense, rolling the pocket, getting the quarterback outside. More time now, can run the football or take shots down the field.
The Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to run for it. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Unloads to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Trying to burn this defensive back. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, this defense was ready for goal balls. Against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on 1st down. Looking deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Gamecocks in the hurry-up.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime. Like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes the catch at the 30. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The give to the tailback. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll give it to him again. There he goes. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Hoosiers in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. UConn looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've seen this offense look this crisp since the days of Dan Orlovsky. They're up by 21 over the Judicials. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Leaves it with the running back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
That's a fantastic. Play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Might be changing the route. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Bennett. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Breaks into the open. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Got a man, it's Harbor. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wideout. Gonna swing it on second down. It's complete. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body. And you better look out, college football.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown Gamecocks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. DB's right up on the receivers. Running behind that left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Mendoza. Makes the catch, it's Morris. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Using his legs, it's Hemby. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Fires left. Another incompletion on third down.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
All right, fourth quarter now, you're trailing, and the sense of urgency has to go up for everybody right now. At quarterback and wide receiver, you're going to have to hit some of these throws, David, to get back in this game.
Yeah, and when you got the lead on the other side, defense just, I'm playing tight coverage, making them earn it. I want that clock to tick, and then that was a really good play by the offense. Pretty good coverage by the defense, but I got to make them earn it all the way down the field.
Gonna let it fly. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Indiana! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like, that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on the sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To throw, it's Sellers. Under fire. Hit as he throws. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight, it's close, tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hemby. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I don't want to pile on and kill this young man that plays QB, but you have to understand situational football. You got to understand a field goal puts me in the lead. This game is tied. The worst thing I could do is throw an interception.
Give to the running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Going for it all. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And I like it. Very smart defense. Understanding the clock. Understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep. Breaking on the football. Making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. They're throwing for it on 4th down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Gets it to him on the screen. Turning it on. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
They'll try to pound their way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line.
this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there, finish this thing off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Massive score. Now massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy. Nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? You want to go for it? That's your decision.
And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Moving away from pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Looking to the big tight end. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
I get it. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there.
Touchdown, Gamecocks. They move on top here in the 4th.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. And coming up with that touchdown with just seconds left in this game now gives them an opportunity to get the extra point and make it a touchdown game. And there might be 2 more plays left. The kickoff, maybe 1 more snap with the opponent. What a massive play in a big moment.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Bringing the heat. The short hands. It's Hemby. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Here's a throw downfield late. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it. And it went right down to the final play. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.